Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. On the last episode, Ash shot the Emperor. Well, technically, you could clearly see like something was going on, like something was wrong. And Osborn is using that to instigate war with Calvard. So we're going to go to this old tree and see what we can do to stop all this nonsense. Here, this is the blind spot from the entrance. Yes, this will do. Now to expand the teleportation circle. Are you ready? Yes, let's do this. Whoa. So this is the teleportation circle. Alright, here we go. Wait, is this? Himmel Cemetery. We were transported all the way here in an instant.
You guys!
It's everyone from the old Class 7. I'm glad you made it out.
Good work, Celine. It was nothing.
Oh, so you all came with him?
That's right.
We may slow you down a little, however.
Not at all. It will be a relief to have you with us.
All this concerns you guys just as much as it does us.
Millium isn't with you after all.
Yes, she rushed off this morning, and I haven't been able to contact her since. What in the world could she be doing at a time like this?
When she called you, it seemed like she was worried about Allie, right?
Yeah, something's definitely going on. We'll just have to leave it to Millium for now.
Yes.
I'm worried, but I'm sure she'll be fine.
Like we said over the phone, there are some things we need to introduce. There are some people we need to introduce you to. We'll be meeting them in Heimdall Cathedral. Oh, the cathedral. If we're going into the city, don't we need to change out of our uniforms? That's right, we'll be spotted in an instant if we walk in there wearing these. What if we use the underground passage? That would get us to the race course. Unfortunately, we can't go that way. The Heimdall military police are all over those tunnels, investigating. That's where all the spies were hiding out, so we probably don't want to get caught there. With this many people, we're going to stick out no matter where we go. No, it'll be okay. Let's just head straight to the southern gate. They have a checkpoint set up, but we'll be able to get through. That's right. I'll be able to help too. Are you planning to use one of your spells to get us through, Emma? Emma, I understand, but you two guys? Is he? Alright, we'll leave that to you two. Let's all head to the southern gate. Roger. Okay. Thank you, Orbital Bikes. Nice. Okay, neat. Once you say let's go, stop talking and let's go. I don't understand why you guys keep saying stuff. There's no way he's simply acting. Yeah, he wouldn't joke about something like that. If anything, it seems like he's lost his memories. Perhaps it's not that he doesn't remember. We may need to consider the possibility that he's being controlled somehow. Well, I'm not sure that's possible. There's no doubt we were there for his final moments. We still don't know anything for certain, but if he's not here, then there's only one thing we can do. Find him and uncover the truth, together as Class 7. Yep, if we don't know, then we just need to find out. We'll rip that mask off his face next time we see him. But before that we can do that, we need to deal with whatever's happening to the city now. I'm sure once we do that, a way to him will open up. I agree, there's no doubt he has some affiliations with the gnomes. I'm glad to see our goals are lining up so nicely and neatly. I'll go with you guys. After all, I am Class 7's former instructor. Resolve like this is just what I'd expect from our instructor and his classmates. We can't let them show us up, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, we need to do the same for Ash. Let's keep moving, instructor. We've got one more special ops mission to take care of. You're right. Everyone lend me your strength. Alright, let's head out.
Whoa, the sky is making me uneasy.
Yeah, it's been a little weird
as
for a
though it's
while now.
foreshadowing the worst of what's to come.
The spirit veins are a mess too.
Heimdall Military Police checkpoint? Security is really high. Everyone came through here to get to the cemetery, right? Yes, we said we were going to visit a grave. But wouldn't it be suspicious if we went too? Don't sweat it, just act normal. Let's go. Oh, stop. I remember you. Stop. Huh, I remember you from earlier. But what about them? Who are the others? Their outfits, as suspected. Thank you for your service. By the way, I'd like you to take a look at this. What?
Silver gleam of knowledge and shining jade winds. Let your opposed powers be as a gale across the skies of their souls.
What? That's...
We are acting on orders for our mission. The students of the branch campus are accompanying us for this mission. There is nothing strange about us being here. Please inform the other members of the military police to allow us to pass, should they see us.
A mission. Nothing unusual about that at all. Understood. You may pass through. I will notify the other patrol squads. Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse us. Well, that was easy. I don't even know what happened. The transportation spell was amazing, but that spell of hers was something else. But is it just me, or is there something more to it? There sure is. If that information is shared, the hypnosis will spread to each recipient. Wouldn't that put all of the military police under your spell? This is far more powerful than what you could do during the Civil War. It was Gaius' spell that made it all possible, right? Gaius' spell? He did something with that metal-looking thing. Could it be? Well, in any case, let's head to the capital. We'll be able to clear everything up over there, right? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to explain. Ah, the tram came at the perfect time. Alright, let's get on. Huh, interesting. So Gaius knows something now, too. What's with all the secrecy around here, though? Come on, spill. I wonder if this heat being on is going to pose a problem. From what I've heard, things have been pretty hectic around here in the city. Yeah, ever since that speech, the mood's turned pretty dark. I heard my dad and the whole 4th Armored Division have been stationed here. The Courageous has resumed its patrol flight starting this morning. In addition to my father, it seems Prince Oliver and Tolwall have been summoned as well. My dad objected to the new bill, but I heard he was completely shut down. Sounds like they've already started bending the Imperial Chronicles to their whims. Isn't that a blunt assessment indeed? I was told they're reinstating the ban on the Bracer Guild too. There were notifications the west and east branches would be closed. I knew this happened sooner or later. Didn't expect it to be this soon though. The whole thing with His Majesty aside, it seems like they saw everything coming from Selg away. Yeah, and they've gone so far as to spin yesterday's incident to suit their needs. The Blood and Iron Chancellor. Of course, my brother's lending his aid as well. Prince Cedric too, most likely. Perhaps you should pay your home a visit. I saw Aurea at the training area this morning. She seemed quite worried about you. I see. However, I can't allow myself to leave during a time like this. A time like this is exactly when you should go visit. Agreed. You should let them know you were able to make it into Heimdall. What about you, instructor? You haven't gotten in touch with Elise yet, right? If we're headed to St. Art anyway, you may as well go see her. Yeah, I think I'll do just that. Elisa? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. I was just thinking back to when Sharon left the hotel this morning. She was meeting with Chairman Irina. No, I don't feel like that was it. The more I think about it, the more something feels off. Sorry, I'm probably just overthinking things. That was a while ago, so she's probably back at the hotel now. The hotel's in St. District 2. Maybe we can check there while we're
Your next stop is Heimdall Central Station. Please make sure you have all your belongings before exiting the tram.
Anyway, let's get moving. We've still got time before we're all meeting up, right? That's right. They told us that we have time to finish our errands before we go. As long as we make it to the cathedral not much later than noon, we should be fine. Okay, then let's check the situation at the capital first. We can make our rounds and get acquainted with everyone. I shall inform the others of our plan. Yeah, good idea. I'm sure they'd be surprised to hear we'd gone off without telling them. I'm not gonna do anything extra.
All right.
My turn!
It's my turn.
It's my turn!
The Heimdall Cathedral.
It feels oddly quiet around here.
Let's go inside after we've finished any other business we have.
I'm not really in a do all this extra mood right now. I'm in a I need to know what's going on mood. Yeah, All additional challenge elements will end. What? No one's here. How can this cathedral be completely empty?
You've arrived at last.
Isn't that Rosen? Oh, you're from Leaves Chapel, Sister Rosen. I had heard rumors, but wait. So what Gaius and Emma were talking about? I was somewhat expecting you to show up here, but your main objective is different, right?
Yes. It's good to see you all again. Please, come in. They're waiting for you just over there.
Ah, I'm glad you all finally made it. The church has decided this issue now merits the attention of the Congregation for the Sacraments. As such, the Archbishop and all the staff here have been moved to another location.
Huh? You're... Ah, I get it now. Huh? The former instructor at Thor's main campus. Thomas.
Thank you for all your diligence, Rosine. I'd feel much better if you were to stand watch over the front door now, just in case.
Yes, understood. Leave it to me.
What was that all about? Yes, this was pretty shocking to us too.
Let me introduce you. This man is a member of the Gralsritter, a division of the Septian Church. He's the second in command, in fact. Thomas Lysander. He holds the seat of Second Dominion and is sometimes known by his title, the Partitioner.
Wait, you knew that? The Gralsritter. They're an armed knight organization that is run by the church. I'd heard that female terrorist S was once among their ranks. Wait a minute! Guys, does this mean... Are you?
Now allow me to introduce you. This man is one of the Gralsritter's 12 Dominion, the successor to the 8th Dominion, Gaius Warzel.
But why? Is this why we couldn't get a hold of you for the past 6 months?
A lot happened all at once. After graduating from Thors, I returned to Nord and began observing the struggle between Erebonia and Calvard. However, I began to feel something dark and sinister carried on the winds of the plateaus. I consulted my father and the chief, and eventually my old teacher, Father Barkhorn, came to visit. You might remember the name. He was the traveling priest we chased after during the Civil War. But it turns out, he was also the 8th Dominion of the Gralsritter, with the title the Roaring Lion. He was an extremely skilled knight, who investigated the Salt Pale in Northumbria and trained Brigadier General Bardius. Apparently, he was worried, and came to Nord to check up on me. He explained to me that what I had been sensing was called the Gale of Ruin. I'm not sure why I'm able to sense it. Maybe it's because I'm a descendant of those who fought alongside the Lionheart Emperor. I mentioned this to him and he came to a realization. But then it happened. A Calvardian ship that broke past the 7th Armored Division attacked my village. My father was away at the time. I fought back in an attempt to protect my family, but it was no use. Right as I prepared myself for death, my teacher threw his huge body in the way to protect me. And as he lay there dying, he passed his stigma onto me. Across the nearly 1,000-year history of the Gralsritter, its highest-ranking members have each borne one of 12 sacred markings. This was one of those markings.
The Roaring Lion. I've heard that name many times. He saved many people who were affected by the disaster of Northumbria. Yes, among the current Dominion members, he was the most veteran. And after the stigma was passed to Gaius, I took him to the holy city, Arteria, where he received knight training, hence his half-year of silence. I see. If that's what was happening, you should have told us. Yeah, we could have helped you. It's okay. Everything happened so quickly. I did everything I had to and finished my knight training. Last month, Eustace was finally able to reach me. The power that I received from my master, with it, I will save the Empire, my second home as a member of Class 7. Sheesh. You've always been so grand and reliable. Thank you, guys. Please lend us your strength. Yes, I will give you my all. Seeing someone like him puts us under even more pressure. Yeah, the gap isn't just age or experience. This group has become awfully formidable. No. We're still training. I would like to reach the heights of my predecessors.
Grandmother! Stop hiding! Come out already!
You're the one who called us here in the first place, aren't you?
I only hid myself so as not to interrupt your discussion.
I had a feeling she would be here. But how are you two acquainted? Ah, you're Emma's grandmother. The elder of the witches, Roselia, was it?
Indeed. But you may simply call me Rose. I had you all gather here for one reason. To explain to you the background between the Hexen clan and the church.
I see. So that's how it is. But aren't the witches opposed to the church?
It's not as though we don't believe in Adios. There have been some differences in opinion over the years, but we and the church have worked together on a number of occasions.
For example, during the War of the Lions, or the vampire incident in the Middle Ages. Not to mention the fight against the Dark Dragon 800 years ago.
But all that was just Rose sticking her nose into other people's business.
Huh? Wait, so you were involved in all that?
Legend has it, Emperor Dreikel's camp was once visited by a good witch. And the novel Red Moon Rose features a vampire hunter affiliated with the church who was, in truth, the true ancestor of the vampires. The woman you now see before you was both of these people, even if she looks a bit different.
Cue the teeth. How old are you exactly?
800 or so. However, you should know that my situation is somewhat unique. All other witches are normal humans. Except, of course, for the fact that they are all descendants of those who once guarded the Septarian of Fire.
Septarian of Fire? It's the same as the Aurelian Liberal and the Great Tree of Crossbell. The Septarians, the 7 gifts bestowed on humanity by Adios. It is said that they were all lost during the Great Collapse 1,200 years ago. And they're the things Ouroboros have been trying to get their hands on all this time. Yeah, now for the main topic. Now, where to begin? Grandmother, we don't know anything beyond this. Don't leave out any details. Make sure you explain it fully. I second that request. I don't know the details either. Let's see. Roselia, perhaps we should take turns talking. Very well, that will suffice. I'm sure you noticed by now, but there is a front and back to this empire. The Spirit Banes are directly affected by the turbulence of the government and war. And that causes cryptids and powerful monsters from other planes to stir. That explains it then. As the Empire's territory spreads, so will they. The Pomora Grass and Magic Knights. Where did they come from in the first place? Well, to begin, Fluoroma Grass is a mana grass from the higher planes. It once served as the eyes and ears of the Septarian of Mirage. Normally it's blue, but after the incident in Crossbell, it all vanished. That is, until Crossbell became part of the Empire, at which point it began reappearing in this new scarlet shade. The implications are rather chilling. It changes color to match the Infernal Castle, perhaps. There is undoubtedly a connection. As for the Magic Knights, you may have heard before, but they are golems from the Dark Ages. They were created by mages of the Empire to fight against the Divine Knights. During the Civil War, something caused them to stir once more, and they now appear in Crossbell via the Spirit Path. That would also explain the increased incidents with cryptids lately. What about the Society? The Phantasmal Blaze plan, they sought to use Crossbell's fake phantasm to awaken the blaze in Erebonia. At least that's what I heard. Seriously? So that's their plan. Where did you hear that? Well, last night, I heard it from the Chancellor himself. He told me some other intriguing things too, but I feel like he intentionally left out some of the more important details. It seems Ouroboros' work in Crossbell 2 years ago was to bring about some kind of change in Erebonia. Just so you know, Crossbell's Mirage Septarian was an artificially created fake. It was stronger than the original, but the Society had no interest in it. Were I to hazard a guess, their goal is to acquire the 2 treasures that originally existed here. The Septarian of Fire and Earth that once called the land of Erebos home. The Septarians of Fire and Earth. So Liberatile had the Septarium Space, and Crossbow had the Septarium Mirage, but Erebonia had 2 Septarians? Hold on a second. Emma, if the witches are descendants of the people who guarded the Septarium of Fire, yes, then the Black Workshop and the Gnomes are the same people. The descendants of those who guarded the Septarium of Earth. They are our counterparts. Much like the royal Asuis family of Liberel, the Croix family in Crossbow. In addition, you may be aware that each Septarian has its own holy beast assigned to watch over it. Liberel had an ancient dragon, Crossbow had a divine wolf, and as it had 2 Septarians, Erebonia had 2 holy beasts as well. However, after the Great Collapse, each of them vanished alongside the Septarian they were to oversee. And that's the core of the issue. The 2 Septarian, the 2 groups of people who worship them, and the 2 holy beasts. The Septarian holy beasts disappeared, and the people changed their names. What happened to Erebonia 1,200 years ago? Allow me to reveal to you the truth behind the land of Erebos. This story still relies on a modicum of speculation. Please keep that in mind.
In the beginning, this land housed 2 of the Septarian. The Arc Rouge, Septarian of Fire and wielder of fierce power. The Lost Zem, Septarian of Earth and bearer of unyielding endurance. Each assumed the form of a colossal guardian and went about granting boons and performing miracles for its people. For a few centuries, the land of Erebonia prospered, but eventually, its people began to vie for power and control. The Septarians had always granted their people's wishes, but now, their peoples each wished for the other's destruction. And so, the 2 colossi began fighting. Their battle ravaged the earth and split the sky, devastating the entire region.
The 2 guardians that you see in Nord and in the that island we went to.
The humans tried to stop them, but it was in vain. The Septarians' fight continued 1,000 days, scorching the land black. When the battle ended at long last, it was a tie. Exhausting their power in one final strike, the 2 Septarian were blown away, left as nothing but empty shells. Yet the tale did not end there.
The power expelled by each Septarian collided and became one, resulting in the creation of an entirely new entity. The Great One, the Septarian of Steel. It was an existence created from the union of fire and earth. It was beyond anything else in this realm. It was the ultimate source of power. Though things seemed fine at first, the survivors of the war soon realized the eternal conflict within it. They knew this conflict would cause it to grow ever more unstable, and that it was not something that could be handled by mankind.
With the Holy Beast's assistance, the Kins of Fire and Earth joined together to see the Great One sealed away. However, each of their attempts ended in failure. Left with no other options, they resorted to their final plan. The Great One would remain whole in the higher plane, yet its physical incarnation in this world split into numerous shards. It was this final gambit that saw disaster averted.
Indeed. Their combined efforts bore fruit. The Kin of Earth created 7 vessels, while the Kin of Fire split the Great One's power and infused each vessel with a part of it.
The Divine Knights.
7 dolls in the form of knights, each bearing the Great One's power. The Divine Knights.
Wow. That is beyond fathomable. I was told about this in bits and pieces, but So it all happened 1,200 years ago. That wasn't a fairy tale, right? At the very least, something similar happened. So what happened after that? And why did Valimar and the Divine Knights start fighting? This is as far as the story that was passed down goes. So the Kin of Fire became the Hexen Clan, and the Kin of Earth became the Gnomes. They split the unstable ultimate power into 7, but both sides decided to watch over the reconstruction after the Great Collapse. Oh, and by the way, many people from each kinship have since abandoned their roles. They joined together, starting accepting people from the surrounding area, and created the foundation of what became Erebonia. This is around the same time the Septian Church was spreading across Erebonia. 300 years passed, and the Arner family established the city of Heimdall. That's when the disaster of the Dark Dragon occurred.
900 years ago, Heimdall was a small city of only about 50,000 people. However, it was one of the burgeoning centers of culture for the region. The Septian Church had finished construction on the Heimdall Cathedral, and there were plans to develop the city even further. But it was then the Dark Dragon appeared, blanketing Heimdall in miasma and transforming it into a city of the dead. Emperor Astorius chose to lead his people south and made Sainark the new capital of Erebonia.
In helping Emperor Astorius deal with this crisis, the Hexen Clan and Gnomes each suffered substantial losses. The Hexen Clan lost its elder, and the Gnomes their holy beast. And so ended their alliance. The final time they spoke would be a century later. It was when Emperor Hector awakened the Vermilion Knight to reclaim Heimdall from the Dark Dragon. He did so at the urging of the Chief of the Gnomes and the new Elder of the Hexen Clan, myself. However, the Emperor fell to the Dark Dragon's miasma, and the Vermilion Knight to its curse. The Emperor's son had the Chief of the Gnomes and myself seal the cursed knight deep below the Imperial Palace. That would be the last act our two clans performed together. I do not know why, but the Gnomes cut off contact with our clan and hid themselves away. In the 800 years that followed, whenever war struck Erebonia, a divine knight would enter the stage, demonstrate its might, then vanish. I was certain the Gnomes were involved, yet all we could do was guide Awakeners on the proper course. This unending pattern reached its most fevered peak 250 years ago during the War of the Lions. The false Emperor Orthros unearthed the cursed Vermilion Knight, and a mercenary under Prince Lucius' employ awakened the Palatinate Knight. Prince Dreichels found the Ashen Knight, and Liane the Argent Knight. The four awakened at once, made for a grand war indeed.
But there's more knights than that, isn't there? So that's how things connect. There's so many parts to this story I want to question, but Swimmer's grandmother was around during the War of the Lions. A good witch. I've read about them in fairy tales. As the prince's guide, I accompanied the Dreichels camp. I remember those days. I used to be quite the beauty. All I mean to say is that art depictions of me are not inaccurate. Ahem. As I said earlier, the elder of the witches isn't a normal human. So you've been watching over the clan after becoming an immortal being. Yes, however, I only came into existence 800 years ago. My predecessors perished soon afterwards, and I do not have many memories from before that point. So naturally, there are things that I still don't know. But there are things that you do know about. Such as how you said Maiden Liana was the awakener of the Argent Knight, and whether or not she is Ouroboros' still maiden. That's true, you could confirm so many things. It is her, of that much I am certain. She was the daughter of a count who met the wandering prince and later challenged the apocalypse only to lose her life. However, before that happened, it was I who guided Liana to become the Argent Awakener. Beliana knew her powers were too great, so she kept them hidden away. It was only during her battle with the Apocalypse that she unleashed her full might. In the end, however, she was fatally injured and passed away after the war. Then half a year later, I witnessed her revival, along with your ancestor, Arcade, second in command of the Eisenritter. So that's why. Were you the one who revived them, Grandmother? Yeah, that's what I'd like to know, too. After Liana passed, I thought it strange how her body did not rot. So I took her body back to the village, and half a year later, she simply woke up. I assumed she had become an immortal, though I could not say when or how. Liana realized what was happening to her, so she left Erebonia to walk the earth without even telling her love, Dracos. She left Legram with Arcade, her right-hand man. I occasionally met with her whenever she came around, but the last time was 20 years ago. And that's when she met Ouroboros' Grandmaster, who brought her into the fold. Thank you for sharing this. There are some things that can't be overlooked. Yeah, we've seen too many incredible things over the last few months. So the boss and Crow were both. As I said earlier, we have no idea what specifically happened. I think the key is the Divine Knight. The Jaeger King was not an Awakener when he was alive. On the other hand, Dracos was an Awakener, but he did not become immortal. He has remained dead. Instructor Reen isn't immortal, is he? Right, he's still been growing since graduation. Yeah, I may have some weird powers, but I've definitely aged. Is there a common reason? I believe there are only two people who know the truth. The current Chancellor, Gileath Osborne, and the Chief of the Gnomes, Black Alberich. So that's the leader of the Black Workshop. Yes, though I do not believe he is an immortal like me. The leaders of the Gnomes is somehow passed down from one to the next, in order for them to achieve their goal of bringing about the Great Twilight. The Great Twilight? This is the first I've heard of it, but... is that the fairy tale of the end that Vita was talking about? Yes, 800 years ago, as we were going our separate ways. That is what the Chief of the Gnomes told the Prince and me, as if he was foretelling the future where everything ends. Wait, that's too... It's much too similar to the direction the Empire is heading. Let me add to this. The reason Barkhorn and I were in Erebonia was because we discovered an anomaly. The spirit veins were being distorted all over the continent, and the source seemed to emanate from the Empire. It was like a ripple effect. The incidents in Liberel and Crossbell, as well as the Civil War in Erebonia, only served to further increase the distortions. They continued to get larger after Crossbell and North Area were folded into the Empire, and larger again when the cryptids and magic knights of Erebonia appeared at Crossbell. On the other hand, the Flamora grass, which is native to Crossbell, started blooming in the Empire. If the Great Twilight really is about to happen, then all of this seems to be an omen of things to come. Who is this Alberich person? He used the Masked Man as his agent, and hired the Jaeger King, who was supposed to be dead. Are the other gnomes out there? Well, your dear rabbit friends may technically count, but besides the Masked Man, their leader seems to have at least one other acting agent. I cannot say who this person is, but it seems they are talented craftsmen at any rate. Oh, before you jump to conclusions, I am not speaking of the little brat Skimmit. It would seem the person I speak of possesses a different kind of genius than he does. Talented craftsman. That sounds... it's putting some unpleasant ideas in my head. In any event, Alberich and the Chancellor are probably connected. It's unlikely to be through the Intelligence Division or his children. With the incident of last night, things may have already been put in motion. Oh. Why do you say that? Last night, we finally decoded the Black Records that we found the other day. Oh, the Black Records are a collection of a particular type of artifacts sometime found in Erebonia. I was actually exchanging information about them with Reen. Really? When did that happen? After you all graduated, he revealed his true identity to me. He told me not to tell anyone. I hope you guys don't hold it against me. Instructor Tom, Sir Lysander. Geez, you probably took advantage of Reen's sense of responsibility, didn't you? Well, I can't deny it. In any event, this is what the updated Black Record said.
When the sacrifice is made and the ancient blood flows, the path to the Grawl of Erebos shall open. When the tainted holy beast is pierced by the blade of World's End, and its blood fills the Grawl, the great twilight shall fall upon the land.
What? That's... The timing is too perfect. As if the prophecies were written about our current situation. If the ancient blood is referring to the Emperor, then the sacrifice is referring to Ash. What about the Grail and the Blade? The Grail is probably related to the Septian Church and the tainted holy beast. Sir Lysander, could that be? Yes. As was stated earlier, guys. There is a sacred place beneath this cathedral. The Primal Ground, a facility that was designed to play a major role after the Great Collapse. 900 years ago, when Heimdall was shrouded in darkness, it retreated beneath here and disappeared. I heard about such a facility in Liberal. Yes, there's one beneath the Grancel Cathedral in Liberal too. However, when Heimdall was retaken, the space beneath the cathedral was buried by rock. But what if it didn't disappear and simply transferred somewhere else instead? So it still exists. The holy beast mentioned in the prophecy is likely the holy beast of Earth. As I said before, it disappeared after the disaster 900 years ago. It is only speculation, but I believe the dark dragon you faced the other day was merely a servant of the true holy beast. But wait a minute. Are you saying that the dark dragon wasn't the cause of everything? Though it was indeed a powerful cryptid, it was not something the witches and gnomes could not take care of together. If the holy beast gave birth to the dark dragon and is still alive somewhere, where else could it be but the primal ground? All of the conditions set forth in the prophecy are lining up. This has got to be a joke. Regarding the blade of the world's end that defeats the holy beast, in other scriptures it is called the Originator Zero. I'm speculating that it is a special weapon created by the Black Workshop. What in the world? At the very least, it probably isn't anything like what the boss uses. Do you think it's made of Zemirian ore, like the weapons used by the Divine Knights? It would seem most likely.
Muse?
Is something the matter?
Oh?
You realize something?
Right now, we need any straw we can grasp at.
Anything at all could help, no matter how small.
Yes, you're right. That term. Originator Zero. Could that be OZ, perhaps?
That's what the Black Workshop called Millium and Altina.
They're model numbers.
OZ.
What are you talking about?
So you finally made it.
That voice. Vita! Ah, so the prodigal granddaughter returns.
Misty, Vita!
I heard you had been acting on your own.
Nice to see you again, Grandmother. Emma, Celine, and Class 7, too. And thank you for mediating, Mr. Lysander.
Oh, don't even mention it. It always breaks my heart to see a family torn apart so.
Vita! Why? You really don't plan on ever coming back, do you?
That's correct. As I said before, my allegiance will forever lie with the Grandmaster. I can't return to you and Grandmother. I can never go back to the way I used to be. Just like the Steel Maiden.
Seriously, who even is this Grandmaster person?
I have no clue. But it is clear she is quite taken with them. So do tell, Vita. If you have not decided to return to us, why show yourself now? Has Ouroboros finally decided upon its course of action?
Yes. After our experiments with the 3 ions, the 6 other Anguis came to a unanimous decision. They decided to ignore my warning. They will work with the Chancellor and the Gnomes to bring about the Great Twilight, completing the Phantasmal Blaze plan.
That's... So that's how it is. The reason Ouroboros was so quiet the past month wasn't because they left Erebonia.
It was to carry out their plan, and determine whether
Seriously?
they should work alongside enemies and traitors.
How can that be? If that were the case, it means...
Yes, they've
They're
been working
all
with...
our enemies?
Yep.
Is this?
It's not the cathedral's bell.
Huh? I think I recognize it from Crossbell.
It's the one that was moved, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I remember hearing it right before the incidents in Crossbell, when we were still independent. Oh! The one from the museum!
The bell from Stargazer's tower?
But the sound's coming from a different direction than the museum.
The Phantasmal Blaze Plan. What a fitting name. I wonder how much of this she foresaw.
That is quite enough mumbling to yourself. If you know what is going on, show us!
It'll be a bit tough without Grianos. I'll need your help, Grandmother. Emma, Celine, you too.
Yes! Ugh, I'm not your slave.
No. That's the Imperial Villa. Isn't it? Ouroboros. Is that? What is that?
Now then, what say we celebrate the continuation of the Phantasmal Blaze plan by bringing in the Great Twilight. I, Enforcer number 0, the Fool, shall play the opening note.
What is that? Is that a giant egg?
Check that out!
Huh. Sure is something.
Well, how about that?
So, the beginning of the end, is it?
Deja vu.
The Grawl of Erebos. Just as the Black Records foretold.
The crypt where the great power will be reborn.
Reen. Uses.
Couldn't have guessed this is how my day would turn out when I woke up this morning.
Let us begin. It is time. Chief of the Gnomes and head of the workshop, show me the way, Black Alberic.
It was you.
As you wish, my lord.
I knew something was off about Lumen since the day I met him. I commented on it. I see.
Rufus.
Millium.
Was that... Allie?
Yes. But why?
Boss, Zeno, and Leo.
Azure Siegfried.
And that guy in the lab coat. Isn't that...
The Blazing Demon and the Fool were there as well.
So that's the maiden.
Why? We just spoke this morning and... What's going on?
Lisa.
That man's name was Lumen or something like that, right? His hair looked different.
Franz Lumen, the first disciple of G. Schmidt, and the deceased husband of the Reinford Group's chairman. Also known as Franz Reinford.
Ah, so he has been lurking in the shadows these past 20 years.
Yes. Perhaps for the sake of working with the Chancellor, to engineer this very moment.
I see. I never really seen...
Elisa.
Snap out of it! Now's not the time! As a bracer, I can't just sit here and let them pull off whatever that Twilight crap is they're planning. How about all of you?
She's right. We can't stop here.
We gathered together to do whatever we could to help. Our goal remains unchanged.
Yep, true.
Elisa, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, Vita, what will you do now?
Well, I'd like to charge in there alongside the rest of you, mostly out of spite. Unfortunately, I suspect things won't be quite that easy.
What do you...
Something's...
There's a turbulent swirl in the mana.
Was that?
I believe so.
Sir Lysander, Sir Gaius, cryptids and magic knights have appeared all over the city.
Well, we can't end here. You can't stop right there. Nope. We gotta see what's going on. Oh, so we still got a little bit of time. Now, this thing? Yeah, I think now's a good time to start running.
Mother! Grandfather!
It appears your suspicion was proven correct, Miss Clotilde.
That's... the Partitioner's power.
A useful trick indeed. I shall assist with the rest.
That's our grandmother for you.
Good job, Rosine.
Emma, help me! Of course!
Nice shot. But this ain't over.
Incredible! This is what the Hexen clan and the Gralsritter are capable of?
Reen! Everyone!
That sounds like Alphen and Elise.
It's Elise and Princess Alphen!
Wait! Stay back! Watch out!
Yeah, you guys were no match.
Your Highness! Run! I can't leave you here!
We won't make it in time.
Ill-mannered brutes! How dare you threaten these ladies!
Patrick! The son of the High Arms family?
Thank the goddess.
Let's finish them! Indeed!
Reen! Oh, I'm so glad you're all right.
You too, Elise. Thank you, Patrick. You really saved the day there.
I simply happen to be in the right place at the right time. But what in Adios' name is going on?
Does all this have something to do with that bell we heard?
In truth,
Cedric, why?
Seems like all of Heimdall is like this.
The Railway Military Police and the 4th Armored Division have begun to move, but...
Damn. We need to keep Her Highness and the others safe.
Don't worry, I'll take care of that. I can create a barrier around the girls' school. That way, they should be safe from things like magic knights and cryptids.
Really?
That'd be a huge help.
Vita!
My. We were counting on you, but...
I suppose we have no other option.
Patrick, please, take care of them.
After Vita, you'll be the next most skilled combatant guarding them.
I shan't let so much as a hair on their heads come to harm. Please be careful yourselves.
I never would have thought something like this would happen. All of you, keep your wits about you.
Yes, you as well.
I promise I'll come back safely. After all, I still need to find out the truth. And exactly how much you know about Sharon. And the Black Workshop.
Oh.
Elisa.
My agreement with Sharon was always meant to end the moment he reappeared. The man she fought 10 years ago. The one who vanished into the flames he left behind. Now that our agreement has come to an end, there's nothing left to tie her down. I'm sure she can return to her former job without a care in her mind.
Mother.
There are better ways to put it. Schmidt, how much did you know?
Nothing more than a suspicion. When I found his notes on the Panzer Soldats, I knew he intended to present them to me as a graduation thesis. Apparently, however, he's become consumed with some ridiculous delusion. So I will see this through to the end. I plan to find out what he intends to do with my third disciple.
So you already knew about George?
Yes. I approached him knowing he was from the same place as Franz, the Black Workshop, headquarters of the Gnomes, hidden away somewhere in Erebonia.
If you're not convinced, then the only thing to do is go hear it for yourself. Sharon's true feelings, and the truth about that man.
Of course that's what I'm going to do.
Rean, Muse, Yuna, and Kurt, please be careful.
We will. You stay safe too.
Elise, Your Highness, may Aidios protect you.
We'll come back, I promise. So please wait for us.
I believe in you, Rean. And everyone else from Class 7. Please, stop Cedric and the others.
As you wish.
I swear it on my honor as a noble, and even more, as a member of Class 7.
We shall put a stop to that bell and its grim tolling.
Vita, please take care of things here.
Of course. Once this is all done, let's have a talk. Just the two of us. Consider it my way of apologizing for avoiding you for so long.
I'd like that, but I won't hold my breath.
Oh my.
You reap what you sow, Vita.
Oh well, it seems Emma has matured enough that she can see right through her secretive sister's lies.
Oh, you're one to talk, Grandmother.
Wow!
So this is what the second Anguis can do.
Very well. We are now ready to depart.
Indeed. Let's be off. Rosine, please take care of things here.
Yes, I'll try to get in contact with Sir Hemisphere somehow. Rean, Gaius, everyone, stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
All right, let's go!
To the Imperial Villa. No, the Grawl of Erebos.
Look, there's the red one. This has gotten very good now. I still have so many questions. Nothing to the tanks.
This way! Let me know if anyone's injured.
This kind of stuff is what gets you the big-time awards. No way I'm gonna let my chance get away.
Here, Hugo! You didn't have a hand in all this, did you?
Of course not, is what I'd like to say. But I can't deny this is the sort of crisis they would engineer.
What's that supposed to mean?
Halt, fiend!
It's the 4th Armored Division! Ah! Yeah!
Too weak!
The Central Boulevard is now secure. However, it seems the threat is still spreading across all districts.
We received a report that something's happened to the Corel Imperial Villa.
All units, break into 3 regiments. We'll each move to different parts of the city. Nightheart, contact both Thor's campuses.
Understood. Warrant Officer Allen, you... Huh? What was that?
Oh no.
What
No,
was his
no, no,
name?
no, no, no.
Those look just like the thing that showed up in the old schoolhouse.
Why would they be here?
Damn it! Out of the way!
This is really bad.
Oh no!
Look out!
Kai! Matthew!
Run away, you two!
Quit trying to show off, idiot. It's you guys! The Bracer Lady, too!
Everyone okay?
Leave it to us.
We must rid ourselves of this trash at once.
I'll partition us off to limit the damage. No need to hold back, ladies and gentlemen.
You have our thanks.
We'll have this place cleared out in an instant.
Class 7, old and new, prepare for combat!
Yeah!
Works for me.
What a passionate foe.
Let's go!
Ah, it canceled my impact.
Yeah!
It's my turn! Yeah!
My turn! Strike! 8's down, at once!
Let's go.
Yes!
Leave it to me!
Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I'm going.
Azure Wings, shoot! Let's go!
Too slow! Let's go!
Spirit unification!
I'm up!
Roar! Healing strike!
Here I go! Set! Gunner! There! Wide open!
An opening!
My turn! Yeah! There!
Keep it up! Yes! Yeah! Now's our chance!
Too slow! Let's go!
Crimson Slash! Now!
It's mine! Here I go! Yeah! Our chance! Everyone ready?
Got it! Leave it to me!
Understood!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Let's go! Now!
It's mine!
Let's go!
Break through! Sledgehammer!
My turn! Ha! My turn! Strike! It's down!
Keep it up! It's my turn. Yeah! Now's our chance!
Too slow! I'm up! Ha!
It's my turn! Break through! Sledgehammer! It's set! Striker! Take this! Our chance!
An opening! My turn. Strike! Let's go! Spirit Unification! It's my turn! Now!
Alright, let's try to end this as best we can.
It's my turn. Yeah! Now's our chance!
Too slow! My turn! There!
Keep it up!
Here I go! Yeah! Our chance! Everyone ready?
Got it! I got
Yes!
Snap Kurt out of that.
Let's go! Sit! It's down!
It's mine!
Alright. I mean, that is technically difficult. Good thing I broke them when I did. Ah, Brave Seed and some Zerum powder.
It looks scary. Watch out!
Ow!
Are you okay?
Thank you.
Damn you!
Unforgivable.
I'll treat you immediately.
You have my thanks.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
On your knees!
Yeah!
An opening!
Attack! Yes!
I forgot what I was looking for. There's a different one. It restored 3.
There!
Thank you.
You have my
Thank you.
thanks.
Then we'll just have to do it like this.
Huh? Blinding light, gather in my blade! Iola's Saber!
Behold, the soul of our sage. Now! Ah! Ah! Radiant Phoenix Blade!
Yeah! Ring into the night! Nocturne Bell!
Yes! Ah! Now! Everyone, please help!
Leave it to me!
Leave it to me!
Yes!
Huh!
Let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Now!
Keep it up!
I'm going! Yeah!
You have my thanks.
Answer my prayers and appear before us! Unfaltering, the lone guardian shield. Elegant, a mirror gleaming in the darkness. Shine, Palace of Eregion!
An opening!
And to the Miss Laura.
Very well.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now!
Bellow! Sacred roar!
Now! Huh. Gotcha!
Leave it to me.
On your knees! Yeah! Now!
Attack!
Honestly,
Let's
all I
go.
need is to unbalance them.
Yeah!
You have my
Thank you.
thanks.
My turn!
I see.
Huh. My turn! Right! the soul of Arcee! Now! Radiant Phoenix Blade!
Brace yourself!
I'm gonna interrupt you here.
Huh? Blinding light, gather in my blade! Iola's Saber!
It's my turn!
Now.
Now! Everyone, please help!
Fine!
Leave it to me!
Yeah! Sorry.
I'll take over. It's down!
An opening! My turn. I leave it to you.
Leave it to me. Now!
There!
Trying to get as much damage off as
This
possible.
is the power of the soaring phoenix. Golden seal etched deep in my soul.
But the goddess's fury in my spear! Ha! Howling heavens!
Huh, interesting. This should finish it then.
This is my secret weapon. Holy light, gather in my bow. Take this. Gabriel, arrow. Repent for your sins.
Huh. All right. Good. Yeah, this is gonna get bad.
Those things were no joke.
But with that, we should be safe.
Targets eliminated.
Are you guys okay?
You're not hurt, are you?
Whoa! That was so cool! You beat those things up super hard! I was so scared!
What are you looking at, Rean Schwarzer? He's actually super cool.
Huh? I didn't quite catch that.
I didn't say anything.
Well, anyway, I'm glad you're all okay.
Kai!
Martha! Fred!
Oscar! Everyone!
Oh, you saved them!
Thank you all! And as for you three, you had us worried sick!
I'm sorry, Mama.
It seems like it turned out okay.
Nia, Matthew! Everyone's taking refuge at the inn! You should come too!
Guys!
Looks like you're all done too.
As soon as we confirm everyone's safe, we need to keep moving.
More magic knights.
Even more? Why are there so many?
My. This will prove troublesome.
They keep reappearing.
We can't just leave them here.
Some of us should break off and head to the palace.
No need!
Huh?
sounded like a Panzerfaust, a rifle, and a pistol.
Up there!
There's so many of the bastards. They just keep coming. What should we do, Mama?
Ha! This is nothing compared to that crap with Vald. Just break them one by one and drive them back. Josette, you help too!
Yeah. I can tell you two are related. You're both completely insane. Leave this to us. You all go on ahead. It's Jingo and them.
Josette, too! Thank you!
Let's get everyone out of here right away! Bennett, Philly, help me!
Yeah, of course.
It would seem the situation is under
Those
control
are
here.
sandwiches.
Let us move on.
I don't know what's going on, but good luck.
May Adios be with you!
Thank you!
Let's go!
Hey, how about you insta call and run?
Rain, I'm so glad I was finally able to get a hold of you.
Toa, how are things on your end?
The Imperial Defense Force left just now. Is Heimdall really under attack? What's going on there?
I'll explain, so please try to stay calm. Long story short, the Corel Imperial Villa.
Think about things like this. They always find out when it's really too late. And you literally have like only a little bit of time to do anything about it.
Monsters!
Way to go, Celestine.
We've lost communication with Valflame Palace. It seems the Chancellor, the Crown Prince, and the Governor General are all out.
Chancellor Osborne, you really are.
Lord High-Arms, it's Patrick! He's confirmed Her Highness the Princess is safe. However, Marquis Ragnar is still missing. He was last seen heading east.
I see. Everything is turning out just as she predicted. We should begin preparations for our next move.
Huh?
Brigadier General, the die has been cast. Put the plan in motion and protect as many of the citizens as possible.
Understood.
Guess we'll just need to wait for the main players to show up. Begin operation! This will be the Viceland Army's first battle! We'll enter from the west gate and take down every cryptid and magic knight on the way to Heimdall Station. We'll have company, so let's show them what we're made of!
Yes, Commander.
So Shirley and the Red Constellation are there.
George, I was afraid of this.
Claire, too. What is she thinking?
This is Irving.
The Ark Royale has moved. Heimdall Station? Are they headed for the villa?
Doesn't that train belong to the main campus?
You mean that red armored train?
It would appear the time has come to settle our rivalry with the main campus.
I'm sure this is the real reason why she came along. She must have had a hunch this whole time.
I'll be heading off on my own now.
All of you should hurry to the villa to help Schwarzer's group.
Please, wait!
Where are you off to?
I have some personal business to take care of. Don't worry. I'll still fulfill my duty as principal of the branch campus. I'll even take down a few of those monsters while I'm at it. All my young horned lions, may luck be on your side. Fight well.
Personal business, she says.
Anyway, we need to hurry to the villa.
Seems like the Chancellor is the one behind all this. What are you gonna do?
I shouldn't even need to say it. I will take action as an instructor of the branch campus.
Seems you finally understand. Man, come on! All these different, like, parts and sections. Just go in one straight loop and you can't go wrong. Proceed. Oh, man. Man. Trip to the demise, the Grail of
that's
Erebos.
the Grawl of Erebos.
The Corel Imperial Villa is completely gone.
Yes, it's just like the Infernal Castle.
The Red Constellation's got a whole battalion here.
The Ark Royale, and...
So Thor's main campus.
Ada and Fritz. So the main campus is on their side.
You've arrived even earlier than I thought you would. I expected to see Abyss there with you, but it seems you have a spectacular lineup even without her.
Class 7. I knew you'd come.
George.
Why? One of the gnomes, and Ouroboros' fool.
And the Stalled Ritter.
Your struggle is pointless.
This is all our Lord's will.
Please don't think ill of us.
The Stahlritter.
They've poured every resource at their disposal into guarding this place.
Well, boss's orders. You know how it is.
If you wish to get past us, you had better be prepared. I will do all I can to serve Miss Orlando.
Sino, Leo.
So the two biggest Jaeger Corps are working together.
By His Highness's will.
Instructor Reen, Class 7. We will stop you here.
What's wrong with them? There's no way this is okay!
Good or bad, they're still Erebonians.
It's difficult for them to defy the Chancellor or the Crown Prince.
Rose, Instructor Thomas. Is there a way to get past that barrier?
It will be extremely difficult, even with the help of your Divine Knight. But if I were to combine my spells with this twerp's partitions...
We may be able to manage it.
Grandmother!
So you're going to open a path for us then?
It seems that's our best bet.
I will leave the rest to you, young ones. Emma, Celine, see to the teleportation spell.
Yes! Got it!
Are they seriously gonna fight us?
If this lineup didn't scare them off, they got some serious balls. They're coming.
No way!
They aren't just going to give up.
Agate. Antio.
Guess we got here in time.
Just barely.
I was hoping they'd show up.
Teotok, you made it!
Yes, I hitched a ride.
Agate! Where's Shira and the others?
We were in a pretty rough spot, but she chewed me out and sent me ahead. Asked me what the hell I'm good for if I'm not by your side at a time like this. Agate and Tita.
Sitting in a tree.
These two.
K-I-S-S.
Please stop it.
Shut the hell up.
Well, now that we've gone and shattered all the tension.
All the players have taken the stage.
Let us begin.
The two of us will take on the members of Ouroboros.
What nonsense!
No, the Second Dominion will be more than sufficient as an opponent.
Not to mention the Crimson Witch. We should assume she's as strong as the Second Anguis, if not more so.
Alrighty then, we'll take care of Heavy Blade.
I am curious to see the power of the ZCF's latest armament. We shall engage the Young Master, the Daughter of the Foundation, and the RMP Major.
Then I'll take...
Thor's Branch Campus. Alongside our allies, we'll begin our operation to secure the Graal of Erebos.
Yes, ma'am! Thor's Military Academy's main campus. We move as well.
We will now begin our interception of the branch campus.
Yeah!
I'm surprised Oliver isn't here too.
Why, George? Since when were you a part of the Black Workshop? And where's Angie?
From the beginning.
I know the name of this song too.
Way before I was even the professor's apprentice. I was born into the gnomes. And Angie... she's dead.
That's a lie! Left wing, pull back! You're overextending! I know Angie, Crow, and you better than anyone! You've got her locked up somewhere in your headquarters, don't you? There's no way someone like you, someone who helped Crow, would let Angie die!
If you know me so well, then I'm sure you're expecting this, right?
Toa! Not today!
Rain! Everyone! Now's your chance!
Everyone synced up. We're ready to move now.
Why the rush?
Prepare yourselves!
That's our line. Back down!
We won't let you pass!
Now!
Go, children of Class 7!
Wings! Take us there!
Now we leave the rest to them.
I'm certain they'll find a way to stop this somehow.
Uh-oh. You've really done it this time.
We'll make you pay for that!
Huh, good luck with that. I'm sure the two of them can take you on. This is not But it seems this is about to get very, very, very serious. Well, more so than it already is.
So this is...
Inside that huge black egg.
Grail of Erebos. Erebos. Top layer.
I've never felt power like this before.
Yes. It's far beyond that of the Infernal Castle.
Pretty big, too. Could be a 500 arch drop.
Just
Yes,
jump, you'll be
based
fine.
on the echoes, I would guess that's about right.
Let's go!
I'm certain they're waiting for us.
I believe you're right.
Ouroboros' Anguis and Enforcers, as well as their allies, the Gnomes.
The Iron Bloods.
Unfortunately.
But we need to go anyway.
Yeah, we can't stop no matter who's waiting for us.
We must press on together, as Class 7!
Yes, so we can live our lives in peace and stop them from ending the world.
Elisa! That's right!
We won't allow them to succeed, no matter what.
Looks like you're all revved up and raring to go. It's a shame we couldn't get everyone in here, but we'll just have to figure things out as we go.
That's right. What awaits us here is our ultimate battle, but there's no need to be afraid. We've all trained for over 2 years, each of us honing our skills. Together, there's nothing the United Class 7 can't overcome. We will halt the Great Twilight. We will rescue Altina. And on behalf of everyone out there who sent us off, we will all return alive, no matter what.
Yeah!
You can swap out your attack members using camp menu anytime. If you need to, you can switch characters in and out of your reserves. Thanks to Thomas' analysis, Black Record #1 has been updated.
Let's do it!
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Looks like I'm gonna need to use it this time. Alright. This should be good. I can't wait to see how all of this turns out. I know this is gonna be a long one. And the next one might very well be it. I may have to do it in 2 parts, but I'm not even sure. All I do know is that this is most likely the final dungeon. So we're approaching on the end. Oh boy. Which means everything that I've been holding back thus far, I'm about to put into play. Oh, I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy to be at this point. I wish this was more like the halfway point, but there's a whole nother game coming out, you know. When it's gonna get here, though, who knows? Hopefully, they release the crossbow arc by then. But hey, this has been a long one. We didn't do a lot, but we got a ton of information. So many things have been revealed, and the big climax is now on its surface. So when we pick back up in the next episode, we've got a lot to do. But for now, that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel 3. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next episode.